everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Ahead, it's a matchup in the NFC South featuring two QBs that can get it done. It's Drew Brees and the Saints taking on Cam Newton and the Panthers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Brees. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Brees hands to Ingram. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember in 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games and got benched in the second game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now Brees. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Newton on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is knocked down from the side. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Again, Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Ginn will come in motion right. Brees going to try and throw on third down. It's complete to Flainer. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Coming into the year, Brees, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Brees hasn't looked back since. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Demario Davis able to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
On 1st down, Newton dancing to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Gano for the extra point. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Here's Brees. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. That's complete to Meredith. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
To throw is Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Buying time to his left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the Panthers coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Third and long. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Ginn. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Throwing is Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here's Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on third and long. Newton steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus Williams, the rookie from Utah. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 60. Five yards on the ground. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Breeze. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Lions able to stretch their lead as they score again. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
He got 29 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Somewhat surprising stat. The Panthers, they haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher on the ground since 2009. That's the longest active drought in the NFL, but certainly they're hoping Christian McCaffrey can change that.
Not just as a ball carrier, but also as a pass receiver, and take pressure off of Cam Newton, give him some easy completions, and maybe he doesn't get hit as much in the pocket that way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And some room to maneuver. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 101 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one fielded at the 5. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing here, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Newton to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
But once again,